This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smithem, and the latest news from Alpena Community College with Dr. Olin Joynton. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smithem. My first guest today is Val Williams, and we're here to talk about Huron Humane Society. Hi, Val.
Hello.
I know you folks have been so busy there. You have so many wonderful people in our community that are adopting pets, fostering pets, helping with fundraisers, doing pet visits. So get me started and tell me what's going on.
Yeah, we have so many people in the community stepping up and just, saying, how can I help? And we end up doing adopt-a-thons or pet of the week visits at their business, or maybe they come out and walk dogs. Anything that people can do to help us get animals adopted right now just really seems to be the thing to do. So I guess we could push for that if people are out there and they're wondering, how can I help the Humane Society? What can I do? That's a great way to support us. Those are ways that make a difference in the long run, because not only are we opening up a kennel for a new animal to come in, but we're helping an animal get a home, which that's our ultimate goal. Everybody doesn't have money. Everybody can't donate. Of course, we want donations, but if that's not something you can do, everybody can donate a little bit of time. So that's a great way to donate time and help us make a difference.
It is, and there's so many other things. Every product basically that you'd use in your home, they can use, kitty litter, dog food, pet food, blankets, towels, fabric softener, laundry detergent, bleach, sanitary wipes, hand sanitizer.
Yes.
I'm just
all
touching the surface. Paper towels, paper plates and napkins and things for when you have events there and things that you don't have to purchase all of those things, and for staff to grab a quick snack, and for volunteers. And
absolutely, and everything like that you can think of goes a long way at the shelter.
Oh,
we don't have extra money for things like that. So 9 times out of 10, somebody's paying for that out of their pocket, or we're taking it out of a donated supply chunk of things that were brought in. So we make do with what we have, I guess is what I'm saying. So something like that would be luxurious to us if we had paper plates and napkins, or extra paper towels, or bleach, or laundry detergent. And pet beds, that's a big thing. A lot of people have been coming out and donating, some older towels that they just don't use anymore in their bathrooms. Those make great cleaners for us. We can use old rugs as beds for dogs and cats, or maybe you have old pet beds that you want to bring in.
Leashes, tie-down straps.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are very, very helpful. So those are great ways people can support us that don't normally cost a lot of money for people to give. So can't stress that enough.
Or gift certificates, or anything to use for fundraisers, or to help with anything that volunteers may need or something.
Absolutely.
Or you can use them towards other things.
Absolutely. Those are great ways.
Offer to pay your power bill for a month.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Ooh, wouldn't that be awesome? So many things. And when Tom Pelkey was on last month, we talked about so many things and all the projects that he's doing. If you're a builder in the community, if you have some extra building materials hanging around, or fences or anything, there's a chance that the Humane Society can use it, or come on in and volunteer to help build something or help fix something.
Absolutely.
Dog walkers, come in and take a pet for a walk. You don't even have to take it home, walk it around there.
Sure.
Or just spend time petting an animal, or spending time with it and having fun with an animal. Just, give them a chance for some love. The animal you had on last time, the older dog.
Simon?
Yeah, so loving. And I couldn't get over Simon for several weeks, because he just laid his head on my lap, and all he wanted was time and attention. And
he's a sweetheart.
Oh,
he really is.
And is he still there?
He's still there.
Aww.
Simon is still there. And that's the thing, a lot of older dogs don't get a lot of attention, because people, if they're looking for an animal, they want something younger. They believe it's just easier to have a younger pet. In a lot of ways it can be. It might be easier for attachment issues. You're going to have the animal longer.
Yes.
There's a better chance they're going to live longer. But older animals need homes too. And
I think of that unconditional love that they give. If it's for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, wow, it doesn't get any better than that.
Absolutely.
And knowing you've made a difference, and Simon would just be so happy for anything that you could do for him. The pet every morning, the say hi every night.
Absolutely. And very low maintenance. That's
Oh,
the
my
thing with senior dogs. and cats. I don't understand why they don't get adopted faster. Personally, every time I've ever fostered has been a senior animal because I know they're going to be low maintenance. I can add them to my family really easily.
Yes.
They're going to fit right in probably.
And they catch on real quickly.
They do.
They have those puppy traits.
They've been around. They know what's going on.
And they're so grateful for about anything you can do.
Absolutely.
Now, you just brought up fostering, too. Something real important. If you don't have a pet right now and you're thinking you might want to get a pet, maybe to get your children used to having a pet or the responsibilities of a pet. And it's a proven fact that a dog or a cat that's fostered in another home gets adopted out that much easier.
Oh, yeah, like 3 times faster than an animal that's only been in a kennel or in a shelter. So, yeah, not only are you helping the animal to get adopted faster, you're helping us to learn more about the animal so that we can talk more about how the animal interacts with people or cats or birds or whatever it might be. Are they a city pet? Do they prefer the country? Do they want to run, walk, whatever? But you're also teaching, like you said, your kids responsibility of pet ownership. You're getting the animal out of the shelter for a little bit, taking the stress off the animal. It could be a short-term thing. It could be a week-to-week thing you don't want to commit to. That's fine.
And, of course, our hope is that you're going to fall in love with the animal and want to keep them. Or your neighbor or your friend or a family member will see the animal.
Yep, that happens. It really, really does. But most of the time what happens is the animal's getting fostered so that we can learn more about the animal. The animal's getting socialized and getting some adaptability, to add to the package. And before you know it, they're in their own home and you're at our door asking who you can foster next. It's a great way to help out.
And I think of people who have another pet and the pet's alone during the day, or you're a little tired in the evenings and you don't have time to play with the pet, and you just know that it needs someone to be with them. And what a good thing. Bring them home, let them run and play with your pet, and then take them back even at the end of the day. That's fine. We can accept that. Whatever you're willing to do, we will appreciate.
Absolutely. It's just a great way to help out, and the animals really appreciate it.
Right, and we do check out the homes. We don't just send them home with anyone. If you're thinking about that, we check out the homes and make sure it's a good home. We don't take any chances with our animals.
No, just like adoption, it's the same process. So.
And I know we're going to be able to make this into 2 segments today, so I just want to touch upon something else too. I know that you have an awful lot of cats right now, and I know cats and kittens, and we want to talk about the importance of spaying and neutering your animals. If you have a pet, that is your responsibility. If you can't afford to have that done, don't get the animal. When people are having litter after litter of cats and then just sending them off, what a disservice you're doing to your neighborhood, your community, your family, and especially that animal. They're left to fend for themselves, for food, for health, and they're interacting with other animals and they're not getting the shots that they need. It's a real disservice to your community.
It is, and that's a negative side of it, and there are a lot of negatives to it. But also there is the positive side. A lot of people have the idea of the misconception that I want to let my cat or my dog go through a cycle first or breed once first and then get neutered or spayed because they've heard that that's healthier for the animal. That's not true, actually. Statistics show, studies have been done. Research says it's healthier to have the animal spayed or neutered. The earlier the better. Veterinarians are now, a lot of veterinarians, spaying or neutering animals before 6 months, where before it was unheard of to do that before 6 months old. That's not the case anymore because they're seeing the health benefits of doing that. We have to be pro spay or neuter. The business that we're in tells us we have to, because we are overrun right now with cats and with dogs and puppies because people are not educated on the importance of spaying and neutering. If you own a pet, please have them spayed or neutered. I can't stress that enough, because all you're doing is promoting irresponsibility. Not saying that every pet owner is irresponsible, but every person that you interact with that knows you don't spay or neuter then thinks it's okay, and it's not okay.
No, it's not. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Please stay tuned. Hi, welcome back. So Val, we just got on talking about the responsibility of spaying and neutering, and one of the things that's very important for you at the Humane Society is fundraisers, things that you do so you're able to get discounts on spaying and neutering, or you're able to spay and neuter the pets that you have there, or able to give out coupons and able to help do all of these wonderful things. And your biggest fundraiser is going to be coming up. It's not until March, but you start now. You've been working on this for quite some time. And as the MC of this event for several years, I'm so always amazed at the quality and the caliber of the donations that you get. And I know when it's for the animals, it's just a phone call. But there are so many people in our listening audience that have so many wonderful, unique skills or ideas, like chefs donating dinners, wineries donating wine tasting, a homeowner or a gardener donating 2 or 3 hours of gardening experience to come to a house.
Sure.
Maybe a builder who says, well, I'll donate 4 hours to come to your house and help you build something or fix something. You know, plumbers or electricians say, hey, we'd be happy to come out and give you 3 or 4 hours or donate a gift certificate towards an item.
Sure.
Bakers, why not say I can donate a pie a month? Or anybody out in our community, there's things that they have and things that they can do to donate for the Gala Ball.
There are, and every year it seems like we get so many new just ideas that come from the community. Alpena is a great area for that. Everybody's so creative and forthcoming with donations. It's just amazing when we talk about it, the people that will come forward with the most just original ideas,
yes,
whatever craft or hobby it is that they might have, and they say, look, I want to donate this. You know, we've had some amazing quilts donated in the past, things I've never seen anything like before. So whatever it is, if you have a skill, if you have a talent, if you have a business, something that you'd like to donate, you can promote your cause, you can promote your business, and still support the Humane Society. And we do. We pack the house. We sell 250 tickets. Doors are closed after that.
Last year we were setting up tables in the hallway practically, and we can't do that again because it's too hard.
We can't do that again. So unfortunately, yes, if you think you might want to go, you might want to let us know. We have 250 tickets to sell. That is it. After that, doors are closed. And so you can just imagine if you do own a business and you have something you're trying to promote, donate to us. We will auction the item off. We will get good money for it, and it will support a good cause. And as you said, it is our largest fundraiser, so we need all of the support we can get.
It's Saturday, March 16th, so save the date. And we always say Gala Ball, but we want to let people know you're not expected to dress in tuxedos and ball gowns.
No.
If you'd like that opportunity once to get out and about and do that, do it. There are others like that, but we see every kind of dress. And I just have to say how much fun it is when the bidding gets going back and forth between people, and what a blast it is. You know, Scott McKenzie, he just makes it fun, and we're so glad to have him back and be out there, and I look forward to working with him because we really work well together.
And we look forward to the event. It is a good time. We have people like you and Scott McKenzie and Sheriff Kalashewski and that step up to the plate and say, hey, I want to help out and get involved in like a front-line manner, and it really, really helps out.
Plus, Holiday Inn does the food the best.
They do.
It's
an
amazing. Awesome job.
Yep. So, yes, Saturday, March 16th at the Holiday Inn of Alpena.
Okay, now you have a couple of new places, too, for the meet and greets.
I do. Lori Steffen from Real Estate One has been doing this for a couple of years now. Every Thursday from 10 until 4, she has a Pet of the Week. So we've had other businesses call us and say, how can we get involved? So we now have Pura Vida Salon and also Cash Advance, both from here in Alpena. Pura Vida is over on Ripley, and Cash Advance is over on Chisholm and First. So both locations, along with Real Estate One, every Thursday from 10 until 4, we'll have a different Pet of the Week. So if you'd like updates on that, you want to stay abreast to what we're doing, go on our Facebook page. That's probably the fastest, most up-to-date way to stay current with who we're featuring at the different locations. Find out who we're going to have, stop in, say hi to the animal, thank the business for helping us out, and be on your merry way. But for a lot of people, it's easier that way because it's hard to get out to the shelter.
Yes, it is.
And you feel like when you get out there, you're overwhelmed. You have all these adorable animals looking at you, wanting a home. So this is a great way just to go out and meet one animal. Maybe you've had your eye on Simon, for example, and he's going to be at Real Estate One. So go in and say hi.
Or a good place to drop off supplies and things so you don't have to drive up the shelter too.
Absolutely.
Cat food, pet food, all those wonderful things we talked about.
Yes.
And today, as we're doing this, is the last day to vote online for your Pet of the Month.
Yes. Yes, we have our pet photo calendar contest for our People's Pets calendar. That's a mouthful.
Yes, it is.
But on our website, if you go to HuronHumaneSociety.org, you can click on the link that says Pet Photo Contest. It'll take you right to the voting screen. I believe we have close to 45 entries. We choose 12 of them based on votes. Votes are based on dollar amounts, so you can vote however much you want. If you want to vote and donate $5, that $5 comes back to the Humane Society but counts as dollars towards your favorite photo.
Okay.
And again, so the top 12 will be in our calendar, and it's just a great way to support us and also make our calendar unique and different. So you can have a say in who gets in our calendar, and also you can go to our website and pre-order your calendar for next year, for the 2013
yeah, real
year.
important, because those are wonderful calendars, and every time you buy a calendar, you're helping animals in our community.
Yes, yep, and they're only $15 each, I believe, so that's pretty minimal for the cost of a calendar, and you're supporting your local Humane Society. They look really super cool on your office wall, too.
Yes, they do. So what else did we want to talk about today?
I always like to bring up periodically that we are not affiliated with other humane organizations. A lot of people get confused with that because of the names. You have American Humane, you have Michigan Humane, you have U.S. Humane. We are, as with other local humane societies and other communities, we are separate. We are not affiliated, so therefore funding is separate. Any donations that come into us stay with us. Donations that go into those other organizations, the larger nationally known organizations, probably are going to go towards some sort of lobbying, which is okay if that's what you want to support, but just make sure that you know that's where your dollars are going. They're probably not supporting a local shelter. So stay local if you can, support your local shelter, volunteer at your local shelter, and think about those homeless animals from your community that need your help.
And please, if you're having a hard time keeping your dog or your cat because of costs, please don't just open the door and let them go. No. Another horrible thing to do, we've seen some animals that have been hurt very badly and some animals that have been deceased, and it's just not a good thing to do. No. And colder weather is coming, so please make sure your animals have the proper shelter.
Yeah, if you have an issue, please call us. We are more than willing to work with people. We have a website, free of charge. We can put your animal out there. We have other ways of helping out, so just give us a call if you're having some kind of hardship.
Please do not just let them go, and there's lots of ways we can help.
Absolutely.
And once again, volunteers greatly needed. If you have 1 hour a week, we'll take it. Anything you can do saves lots of money and is very helpful. And when we get you there, then you think of good ideas to help us out, and then we get you hooked and you keep on going.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's what we
Val,
hope.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank everyone at Humane Society so much for all that they do to help us in our community and keep our animals safe.
Yes, thank you.
And just a quick shout out to all the local veterinarians too that are so
very supportive,
helpful and supportive, and all the things that they do and the donations that they give to the Humane Society.
Supportive. We could not care for the animals at our shelter without their support. And I know that the community appreciates it too, because a lot of hard-earned dollars come into our shelter to go towards animal care and medical costs. So thank you to all of our local veterinarians for their help.
So it's HuronHumaneSociety.org, and the phone number is
989-356-4794.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Olin Joynton following these messages.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Olin Joynton, president of Alpena Community College. My guests this morning are Anna Bundy and April Miller, ACC students. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
And both of you are members of the Student Leadership Commission.
Correct.
And so that's a real honor and distinction for you. But let's learn a little bit about you as individuals first. Anna, how did you come to ACC? What motivated you to study here?
Well, I didn't have the best experience in high school, so I wanted to start off in community college to get my GPA up and get ready to transfer to university.
Very good. So did you grow up here in Alpena?
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life.
Very good. And was the process of coming here pretty easy for you? Did the staff ask you the right questions and get you started in the right way?
Yeah.
That's good. And what do you have an idea what you want to major in?
I'm majoring in psychology.
Psychology. Very good. So you're going to figure out what makes people tick, huh? Yeah, that's a complicated set of questions there. Any favorite instructors of yours that you've come across thus far?
Well, I really liked English with Mr. Sexton, and psychology, Dr. V.
That's great. I've heard really good things about both of them. So, and you're a freshman just starting off this year?
No, this is my second year.
Second year. Okay. Very good. And how about you, April? What are you studying at ACC?
I'm studying radiology, but in the processing of changing my mind, kind of, really not sure, so.
Now with the radiology, were you going to transfer to Mid-Michigan Community College to finish that program?
I was looking at transferring to Ferris,
Okay.
but now I have it more in my mind that I want to go to Grand Valley.
I see.
So I was looking at the diagnostic medical sonography program there, or physical therapy, or physician's assistant.
So it sounds to me like something in the health-related areas.
Definitely in the health field, but that's kind of up in the air. I'm doing some job shadowing in the next week or so, and hopefully get a better idea of what I enjoy.
That's great. Did you grow up here in Alpena?
I grew up in Posen.
Posen.
Yeah,
Very
neighbors.
good. All right.
And I just decided to come to ACC because it was closest. I figured I'd get a couple of years here, the general's out of the way, and then transfer to a university.
Right. Well, very good. Let's talk a little bit about the Student Leadership Commission. That's a group of students who are selected, as I understand it, by department chairs at ACC. And so to be tapped and asked to join that kind of elite group, it's a real honor.
Yeah.
How did you first learn about the Student Leadership Commission? Anna, let's start with you.
Well, I was just talking to Dr. V. She's my advisor. And I said that I wanted to join a club or something, and she's like, oh, student leadership, go talk to Anup right now. And he checked my GPA and everything and signed me up.
Well, that's good. And Dr. Vasofsky was a department chair, so she had the authority to select people, just as you described. And Mr. Anup is our economics instructor, and he is serving as the faculty sponsor of the Student Leadership Commission. So,
He is. He does a great job.
yeah. How did you come on board with the SLC? April?
They were looking for more members, and Heather Pines actually announced it in her English class. And I was like, you know, it'd be interesting to get, you know, something else on my record, get some, you know, involved in the school, that kind of stuff. So I decided I would, you know, I mentioned it to her that I was interested. She talked to Anup and like selected me, said I would be good for it, and here I am a year later.
That's good. Well, one of the ways that I'm familiar with the Student Leadership Commission representing itself is when you appear at the Board of Trustees meeting once a month. And I give some kind of report on what's going on with the student body at ACC and what some of the activities of the commission were. Let's say you made a report last month, and the board met, and you talked about several different activities. Anna, why don't you mention part of the upcoming functions of the SLC?
We're having a volleyball game in November.
It's going to be like a staff-student kind of a game. We're going to see what kind of professors, staff we can get going. It's going to be kind of like bracket play, and the winners are actually going to receive gift certificates, and it's going to be to raise money, not just money, but also non-perishable food items for the food bank.
Very good, very good. Yes, we had lunch yesterday, and you were recruiting me to be on the one of the staff teams, so I look forward to that experience.
Well, everyone would want to come and see you play.
Well, there'll be lots of laughs, let me put it that way. There's also some dance activities coming up, aren't there?
We have Zumba and Turbo Kick starting in October.
Just another way for us to get students involved.
And where's that going to be, and you know, where do people show up? At
We
what
are
time?
trying to get it in the gym, you know, right next to the wellness center. That way there will be lots of room, because last time we had it in a smaller room, and it was, you know, kind of, when you're doing kicks and punches and stuff,
Yeah.
you kind of want to have a little bit of distance. So we want to get it in the gym as long as it works with the Bay Athletic Club's schedule and with the schedule of the activities in the gym.
Well, that sounds like fun, and I guess the students could learn about it on the website. It'll be posted there
Yep.
when it's coming up.
Yep, and we'll have signs hanging all over.
That's good. What kind of statement would you make to your fellow students about SLC if they were thinking about joining? What's been the greatest value of it for you? Either one of you.
I would say just getting to know more people. Definitely, it's gotten me more involved. I've gotten to talk to a lot more people. How often do you sit down and have an interview with the president of the college? How often do you go to lunch with the president of the college? I mean, just the opportunities, the windows that it's opened for me.
That's great. How about you, Anna?
I'd say the same things. I just started, so I haven't really done a lot. We did the Welcome Back Bash, which
Right.
was exciting.
That was fun. I was actually looking at our student handbook the other day, and there's some claims in there about the purpose of student organizations. And one of them was to expose students to people that they wouldn't normally run into, just as you described. And another one was to help students have fun. So have you had any fun yet?
Yeah, we are actually looking at going to Chicago with the economics class.
Right.
And NIP invited us. So we're looking at doing that, which I think would be beneficial and a lot of fun.
Mr. Upple's predecessor, Mr. Egger, used to take students to New York and Chicago, other places that were relevant for economics training, and it's really nice to see Mr. Upple doing that. I believe he's done it once before and planning to do it again. So that's a great experience for some of our students who's, you know, I run into students at ACC who've never been out of Michigan before. So to be able to go to another state and see something like that, like the mercantile exchange and the commodities trading, that would be a really good addition to their education. So you mentioned getting together for lunch yesterday, and that's another very valuable facet of the SLC activity for me, because as I told you yesterday, I like to talk to students in the hall, and whenever I can, hear what's going on with them, but to have formally designated members of a group for official communication to me about what we can do to improve the college, and actually what's going well that we should continue to reinforce. That's a great thing. Thank you very much for being my guest today.
You're welcome.
Best of luck with your studies at ACC.
Thank you.
This has been Talk of the Town with Nancy Smithem and Dr. Olin Joynton. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on Community. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.